The Philly, Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly, Joe and Kirby Podcast.
I got I don't know if you guys noticed, but because we're moving buildings, everything's like they're cleaning out all these rooms here in Osborne Village, and there's a cardboard cutout.
Of Lady Gaga?
Yeah, it scared the hell out of me this morning.
I almost had a coronary.
Yeah, I walked in. Now, keep in mind, when I come in, it's pitch black in here. So, I haven't fired up the lights. I'm punching in, like I'm half out of it. I'm punching in the security code for the building. And I glance over and I'm like, duh! Like literally.
It's the scene of a movie.
Yes, I thought someone was standing over there. And it took me a second. And then at first I thought it was a mannequin. But then I realized it's just a cardboard cutout. Anyway, it's in my truck now. I'm taking it home. But still...
I don't blame you. Kirby still has her stuff she grabbed from a week and a half ago. I saw her walk out of here with 7 bags from her office. Yeah. And they're probably still in the car next to the cooler from Rockin' the Fields in Minnedosa.
Funny you mentioned that. I put a to-do list today together about cleaning out the vehicle.
Yeah, that's got to be number 1 on the to-do list.
While it's still warm out.
Yeah, because obviously the colder it gets, it's not good to leave those, beverages in your vehicle.
Well, yeah, the cooler half full of water with all those drinks, the Mike's Hard Lemonade from Rock.
That's the reason. Yeah. That's the only reason you should clear out the vehicle.
Don't ask Kirby for a ride. If there's more than one person jumping in.
I'll make room.
No, you're not. I saw that vehicle. I actually have a picture of it when I helped you with your flat tire. And we were what was the guy's name again? Juan?
Yes.
Juan. He was trying to get at the donut, and we had to move stuff.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff was in the hatch.
Well, I had just gone to Costco 2 weeks before.
And you had just gone to Rock on the Range a month and a half before. So you can't get that cooler cleaned out right after.
It's a process, you guys. It's a process.
I was amazed there was still enough room for the stuff from your office in the back of the vehicle. That vehicle, you should sell it alone
is.
That's a good idea.
No, I was going to say the selling feature is how much space it has for storage.
Look, I got lawn chairs, coolers, stuff from my office.
You could be like your own surplus direct, like mobile location. I'm going to talk to Rob McDonald over there and say, look, Kirby wants to go mobile for you. Since you have the new location in the south end of the city, we can send her to the north end, just a pop-up.
It's good to have you back, Kirby.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Missed you guys.
Yeah, Bone Phone coming up in 10. And, of course, your next chance to play. Who the hell is that? 6:30.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Call the Bone Phone. 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Okay, Guilty. He is pumped about the gala next week. We're all going to be at the same gala. Mm-hmm. And he's been on the prowl for a suit.
Philly! Joe Curbster. Hey, Philly, better step your game up. I was out shopping at Polo Park, and we're looking pretty spiffy. A new suit and a new tie. A real good gala for Joe, the real nice guy. We're working on that. But, hey, Philly, better be looking good. Rent the tux, Philly. It'll be the best you ever look.
Best since my wedding. Yeah, I'm gonna get a tux.
Rent a tux.
Did you wear a tux for your wedding?
It was like that tux, but suit. It was suits. Suits.
You wore one at grad?
Grad, yes.
Just the big nights for Phil Aubrey. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I gotta thank Guilty. He's put a lot into this gala for me.
He has, yeah.
He went shopping for the suit. You were talking about. Well, you've got an event with the Stonewall Jets on Saturday too, so you're going to double dip on a good outfit. You said.
Yeah, but I got to make sure because I do this every year. I'm like, I better get a new outfit, a new suit or new casual suit or something. And then I forget to look in the closet and there's like 2 or 3 suits, like one that I bought last year that fits just fine. So I should probably have one.
You wearing your grad dress on Tuesday?
That's what I might even have to dust off the wedding dress. It can double as
Was it white?
It's a bit of an off-white.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
I wasn't pure enough to wear a white dress.
You won't stand out. Won't stand out in that crowd wearing a wedding dress.
So yesterday while you were gone, Curbs, Joe and I discussed, maybe getting a leisure activity that we do together. Whether that's a racquetball, like after the show.
Well, you've got your virtual golf tournament to plan.
Mm-hmm. Like you guys want to start a league of some sort?
Not really. Well, could be. I mean,
no league.
Just
okay,
something
no
we
league.
like.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe and I can't make the meeting. We we play racquetball every day at 10:30.
We're not mall walkers.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not coaching. He's not coaching this year.
So I want a little more exercise. And we brought up a lot of different possibilities.
Hey guys, just thought I have an idea for your extracurricular activity. Why don't you have a relay race from, say, Smashburger across the street all the way to Krispy Kreme? Remember to do your best, Frogger, and don't be a speed bump. Take care, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. There's food involved. But, no, I'm thinking more like I suggested fencing yesterday. Joe wasn't into fencing.
That was tough. I don't think I can. That white outfit.
I don't see you guys fencing. I'm going to be honest.
What about
Doesn't
equestrian?
seem-
We're not even building a fence. Never mind fencing.
Horseback riding.
Yeah, that's not happening either. Pickleball came up a lot,
It
Kurt.
did.
I could see that. I could see you guys, hitting the court for some pickleball.
That's big, though. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people out there booking courts in that. We were thinking something. Well, bowling came up.
Bowling did
I
come
like
up.
that bowling idea.
What about aqua size?
Well, Joe doesn't swim, right? So
don't
you
swim.
have to.
Right.
Although
Pretty hard to raise a leg when you're drowning, isn't it? Oh, hold on here. What's going on? Oh, we're down one. Looks like he can't breathe.
Lifeguard! Help, Joe!
Great. Then, then they pull me out of the water, and there's 20 other people looking over, going, "Why is this idiot in this class? I can't even swim."
my
I didn't know
gosh.
you had to know how to
Yeah.
swim to join Aqua.
Yeah, thanks, Curbs. Curbs is trying to kill me.
No, I'm trying to help you learn how to swim at some point.
Oh, man. Okay, Sir Rodney, who is definitely all in on the Kirby Invitational golf event, he's not happy that it sounds like it's going to be virtual golf.
PJK, Sir Rodney here. We can't do a virtual golf. Come on, guys. That is just lame. We got to go out, smell the grass, hit the balls, and lose them in the bush with the beer cart girls in there. We got 8 months to plan this thing. Let's do this right. Let's make it happen next summer, live in the golf course. I mean, if we're going to do it virtual, we might as well pretend we're 16 and everybody hooks up on Xbox One and plays Tiger Woods or something. Let's do it live. It's the only way to do it. All right.
It's the Kirby Invitational.
We'll do it live.
It's up to her.
Well, you were thinking that you were running out of time this season. You said you were
Hung up the
quote,
cleats.
hung up the cleats, and we were assuming that meant golf shoes. But you said virtual, so this is
Yeah,
up to you. This is your event. It's your name.
Listen, yeah, if it's my event, we don't book things, certainly not, a summer away.
So
that's too early is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing next summer.
Buying yourself some time here. Okay, good.
So Sir Rodney could be out of the event now
Yeah.
if you continue with this virtual invitational.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we shall see. We'll wrap up with Lisa kind of giving us a rundown of what happened, what she was up to on the Thanksgiving long weekend.
My Thanksgiving dinner is Chester Fried Chicken from 7-Eleven.
Yum.
Yeah. On the highway to hell.
Random.
Sweet hell. Cheers.
I'll tell you right now, that was great. That's what that was. That was great.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Tragically Hip in the spotlight this week at right here at 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station, Philly Joe and Kirby.
Sunday night vinyl series will feature Road Apples this week, and of course the anniversary of Gord Downey's death tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And man, we're getting lots of people loving these spotlight weeks on great bands and the Tragically Hip. Unbelievable.
You can always send us a request too, if something more on the deep track variety that you don't hear on a regular basis. Ian, our music leader, loves to hear that with Iron Mike.
And we've been getting requests for bands that people want to see in the spotlight. I believe it was yesterday someone said, "Hey, where's that Maiden at? You better believe the Maiden's coming." Like, I don't know that for a fact. Ian, our music director, has not shown me the list of the bands that are coming. Usually when I see Ian, we just talk about NFL because he's giddy right now about the Chicago Bears.
Oh, yeah.
But so he's not showing me, hey, Phil, what do you think of this list? He's not doing that.
That's why we love you around here. You don't wait to ask. You just suggest. I love it.
That is the way to do it around here.
Ian's going to come in and the conversation's half already started because he's going, hey, Phil, I heard you mention something about Maiden. Yeah, I said you might have it on the list.
I said it's coming.
It's coming.
It's pretty much a guarantee.
It's guaranteed pretty much. Thanks.
Like within reason. If you're going to request a band, like we're not playing, like we're not going to spotlight Venom, like a good metal band, but you just like imagine.
Yeah, I could see that.
Venom songs in the morning show. It just doesn't really work with what we're doing here because we don't play that band. But you know what I mean.
We don't want to be too, two guns a-blazing.
Niche, too
yeah.
Niche. Hey, Kirby, did you have a good time in Alberta over the weekend? I assume you did.
Yeah. It's nice there now. It's like a lot of the trees. It's not, I mean, we're seeing fall here too, but like.
Same thing here, yeah.
There's a little bit more.
It's fall in Drayton Valley.
There's a little more River Valley and a little bit more hilly and like.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, there's just different trees and stuff there too. So yeah, it was nice to get to see some family. I spent some time in Edmonton with my ex-husband and went to go see my ex-in-laws for dinner.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Give thanks for the time you did spend with them and when you guys used to like each other.
It
and
was
now,
great.
Yeah.
That's
good. You're back. You're back.
Back for a couple days and then boom, gone to Nashville.
Off to
fall
Nashville.
Of Kirby. That's what I said yesterday. This is the autumn. The autumn of Kirby. The fall doesn't sound good. The fall of Kirby.
I'm going to tell you something.
The downfall.
It's the autumn.
I will say this. You got 2 days to do your laundry, which is smart in between your next trip. But when you get to Nashville, please make sure you look for the hills and the river and to make sure that the trees are different than the ones we have here.
Yeah, see if it's autumn there yet.
If it's autumn there, yeah.
I didn't miss this. I'm very thankful, but not for this.
Well, I could imagine. You hadn't seen your ex-in-laws in how many years?
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast. Would you rather Wednesday? Would you rather Wednesday?
Here we go. Play along. Please play along. Makes it more fun. Boston Pizza text line 762-555. Would you rather, Kirby, have a cloak of invisibility or the magic carpet from Aladdin?
Oh, I loved Aladdin, and I would love to be on the magic carpet ride. A whole new world.
Mm-hmm. I could see it. Yeah, and then you could get places pretty quick on that carpet, too. Like,
well, and the carpet was a personality.
Oh, it had the personality as well. Okay, I was just thinking of being transported around, but you also it spoke and everything, right? It was.
Well, I don't think it spoke, but it definitely. Well, it was a magic carpet.
Okay, so you'll take the magic carpet,
yes.
Joe.
Well, the cloak of invincibility sounds like it would help.
Invisibility,
sorry. Because invincibility would have certainly helped him. It would have certainly helped with confidence. But invisibility, I don't know. I have enough jackets already in the closet. I don't need. Where's that cloak of mine?
I'm not really a cloak guy.
I'm not a cloak guy. I'm scared of heights, but I'm still going to take the magic carpet ride.
Oh, man, I'll take that cloak.
Especially in Winnipeg traffic. If you can get on that carpet and to wherever you're going.
Imagine getting out of somewhere, though, with that cloak. You just, and you're gone, right? Like, you try to ninja out of an event, like, without people noticing.
You can already do that, though.
You fire up the cloak, you're gone. No one even knows you're gone.
You've got that down to a science. You don't need a cloak to pull a Casper at an event. Not you personally. People have got it down.
Okay.
My brother-in-law, for example, as soon as he tells you by a certain time he's gone to the bathroom, forget about it. He's done.
Yeah.
You'll never see him.
Everybody has a friend like that goes missing in the night, and you're just like, well, I guess they left.
Yeah, and they know you're leaving. All right, good night. Like, they know you're going to head out the back door after you go to the bathroom. Would you rather, Kirby, your own personal golf course or your own personal movie theater? So it's your golf course. You go, you're the only one on there. You can imagine how good at golf you would become. Or your own movie theater.
I'm going to be honest. I think I'd get more use out of that movie theater than I would the golf course.
Well, the Kirby Invitational. Don't forget about that.
Yeah. I can hold that once a year, but otherwise I don't think it's going to get maintained.
No, the cleats have been put away already.
Hung them up. She hung them up, Joe.
Yeah. If you're going to Golf Town today, by the way, ask the sales rep if you can buy some golf cleats. I'm going to take the golf course. I always enjoy a round of golf. I think it's
that'd be amazing.
Therapeutic.
Wow.
You can play on your own. You can play with your friends. Movie theater, I think everybody can pretty much have on their own now already with the giant-sized TVs and sound bars. You don't have to leave the house. So I'd love the golf course.
You could play with no shirt on. 18
you could
holes, no
turn
shirt,
your cap around.
Bare-chested
That's
Joe.
what Joe has always wanted to do is play shirtless golf.
I'm going to take baby steps and start with a tank top.
Okay, would you rather? We're talking afterlife here. This comes up every now and then on Would You Rather Wednesday. Afterlife, be a toilet brush or a toothbrush, Kirby?
Oh, God.
Toilet brush, toothbrush.
Not a toilet brush, because I just had to replace mine because I went to go clean my toilet and I was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Like the toilet brush was gross?
It was gross.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It's
not a good looking
It's
brush.
not a good look.
Doesn't smell good.
Nobody wants to be around a toilet brush.
So you're going to go toothbrush, people's mouths.
Well, at least I'd smell minty fresh.
Okay.
Well, that's 3 times a day.
Yeah.
That brush is getting a lot of use. The toilet brush, not as often. Yeah, I'll still have to go with the toothbrush, I guess.
Nobody wants to be hidden behind the back of a toilet in that
that's your
dark
life.
corner. That
What a question, though.
You know, like
Like you're already dealing with yourself dying, and now all of a sudden the tough question is, do you want to come back as a toilet brush? Those are your only 2 options. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get asked the question, you got a shot at getting back. What do you want to be? What
you're
are the
always
others?
you're just wet.
And that life. You're
Sitting
right.
in that holder.
That corner in the holder.
Either way, you're in the dark.
That's true.
Would you rather, as we wrap up here, have the Wicked Witch of the West as a mother-in-law or Jason from Friday the 13th as a father-in-law? Wicked Witch of the West. So
It's a good Halloween question.
Yeah.
That would be one hell of a mother-in-law.
Everything she says to you. Like, she laughs at her own jokes. Like that would,
Well, and she would be wicked, and nobody wants that. So I think I would take Jason as the father-in-law. Little
mask.
intimidating with the whole,
At
look.
dinner with the goalie mask on.
Yeah. Could you put down the machete and pass the potatoes, please?
Well, how's she going to carve the turkey on Thanksgiving? It's got the. Listen, you just hung out with your ex-in-laws. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be are you going with the mother-in-law or the father-in-law?
Well, like I said, father-in-law.
Go Jason.
You're going to go with Jason.
Yeah.
There's no way, as a guy, my perspective is I want to walk into the house for the first time to pick up this girl on a date, and that comes down the stairs as the father. If he says she's got to be home by 8:30, she'll be home at 6:15 because we're not going out on the date. I'll tell you that right now. Not worried about the mother-in-law.
Can you
got
imagine?
that as your dad.
Does your dad always wear the goalie mask?
No kidding.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Well, this is cool. Sebastian Maniscalco, Canada Life Center tomorrow night, and he's on the phone with us. Sebastian.
What's going on? How's it going?
Wow.
How's it
Wow,
going?
this is perfect. I'm a paisan and a big fan.
Oh, well, welcome to Paisanhood. And, glad to be on with you guys. What's going in Winnipeg? I think this is my first time in Winnipeg. The only thing I know about Winnipeg is the Jets.
That's because you're a Chicago boy and you got to be a Hawks fan.
I am a Hawks fan, so I kind of grew up watching Dennis Savard and Eddie Belfour, and I'm into hockey. I mean, not so much where I'm watching it every day, but I think hockey players by far are the coolest athletes ever. I mean, they're so down to earth. Every time I meet a hockey player, I go, "Can you tell the rest of professional sports to kind of take after you guys?"
I know.
Well, Sebastian, Eddie Belfour is from Manitoba, just outside of Winnipeg.
You know what? I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I thought he was from the States for some reason. But why would I think a hockey player came from the United States?
Listen, I have to ask because I really am a huge fan. I grew up in an Italian household here too, so a lot of stuff resonates. But I think anything you do family-wise resonates with any family in any generation, just because of your observations. But I have to say, it was my late wife in about, I don't remember, mid-2000s. your name came up. She brought it up to me. She goes, you got to check out this Italian comedian, because she watched this comedy documentary that Vince Vaughn was hosting, and you were on it. That had to have been one of your original pieces, was it not?
Yeah, we did that tour in 2005, and then the movie came out in 2008, and it was a wide release. And I remember my father going to the movie theater and then calling me from the theater going, I'm the only one here. Was this promoted?
It was awesome, though.
It came into the theaters on a Friday, and by Monday it was gone. It was on video. So... yeah, I was part of that tour. It was really, really great that Vince Vaughn kind of took 4 of his favorite comedians out on the road, 30 days, 30 nights across the United States, and we had a ball doing it. And that was the gig that kind of took me out of waiting tables. I attribute that gig to kind of getting me that kind of catapult into headlining comedy clubs and what have you. So, not too many people have seen that. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised that made it up to Winnipeg.
On video, it was absolutely tremendous. I do want to mention this because my buddy Phil here next to me, we both gamble, and finally your show Bookie, which is in a second season, is available on Crave up here in Canada now.
Oh, great. Yeah, I love doing that show, and we got another season coming out in December, second season, so really looking forward to the response on that. I had such a great time doing it. We shot here in Los Angeles, and ironically enough, we were shooting in Los Angeles, and we were shooting at places that I used to kind of go to, whether it be a restaurant, a nightclub, or what have you. And now here we are shooting this TV show. Chuck Lorre is the creator behind this thing, and I play a bookie in L.A. trying to navigate the waters of not only his personal life with his wife and his stepson, but the impending legalization of gambling that will probably soon come to California. So it's a comedy. It's kind of a buddy comedy. Omar Dorsey plays my partner in crime, and we've really got a great response to it.
Sebastian Maniscalco on the phone. I got to ask, you mentioned waiting tables. Were you good? Were you a good waiter serving tables?
You know, I look back at those days and I wish I was better. I was doing stand-up at the time, so my focus was primarily on being a comedian, and the waiting table was just kind of means to an end. But I had so many opportunities to really learn a lot about different alcohols, different food, and what have you, and I didn't really dive into it as I should, because now as I go out for different restaurants and what have you, I'm like, oh man, I used to have a cigar humidor that I used to bring out to tables. I knew nothing about cigars. I was just like peddling wares that I had no idea what I was selling. I didn't even know how to clip the cigar. I'm the guy spending $95 on a cigar, and I'm cutting it like it's sushi. So, I think I was, I'd say a B- as a waiter.
All right,
pretty good grade. Yeah. I have to ask you this because, growing up in an immigrant family, comedian doesn't come up as one of the choice jobs. How did that conversation go with probably dad more than mom growing up that you wanted to be a comedian?
Well, yeah, I agree. In an Italian household, you start mentioning that you want to go into the arts, and everybody's, saying novenas and going to church. So it was met with surprisingly open arms. My parents were like, "This is what you want to do. Go out, give 110% and get it done." So they were very supportive. I mean, not the traditional type of Italian family that would kind of frown their face at going into stand-up or acting or what have you, but they were like, go out, do it. And I set out from Chicago to Los Angeles with no real game plan as far as like, I'm going to give myself 5 years. It was like comedy or bust. If this ain't going to work, then this is it. I didn't have any like fallback plan. I did have a degree in corporate organizational communications, whatever that is.
That's awesome.
I went into college as an accountant, And then I'm like, because I thought I was good at math, and then I got the accounting grade back, and it was a D, and I'm like, this is not going to work. So what do I need to get out of here? And of course, everybody goes into communications. I'm sure you guys are communications majors. No?
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. One question for you. Tomorrow night, Canada Life Center, you're going to be here for the first time. Everybody has seen your specials. They're absolutely tremendous. I'll tell you right now, we bought 12 tickets the day they went on sale, my buddies and I, for tomorrow night. We're just so excited about this show. What can people expect differently from this show that we've seen in the past, Sebastian?
So, yeah, my comedy kind of parallels my life. I've kind of gotten into some, not necessarily current events, but some pop culture stuff that I think people are really going to enjoy. Me being a father, there's always those stories about my wife, and especially getting older now that I'm 51, there's material, about kind of ailments that I have, and in the past, I think the last special, I was dealing with a lot of sciatic pain, and it wasn't as physical as I normally was, but that has since has gone away, and I'm really enjoying being physical again on stage. So it's in the round. It's a triangle stage. It's low to the ground. It's as intimate as you possibly could get in an arena. I got the screens above me. I got two great comedians, Pat McGann and Pete Corielli. So they're not even openers, they're headliners, and they're coming out with me. So it's been a great tour so far. I'm looking forward to get up into Winnipeg and making the people of Winnipeg laugh.
Right on. Sebastian Maniscalco, truly an honor to have you on the program this morning. Thanks for joining us.
No, thanks for taking some time out, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Boston Pizza text line going back to Would You Rather Wednesday. The question that seems to have garnered the most conversation is who would you rather, the Wicked Witch of the West for a mother-in-law or Jason as a father-in-law? And somebody says, hey, Jason, he can hook me up with Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, wrong movie. You're thinking Michael Myers.
Yes.
Because Jamie Lee Curtis was in the Halloween movies. And I don't think Mike Myers is much of a matchmaker. Like, you're not... Hey, I know you're in the bushes there hiding, but can you set me up with... And him and Jamie Lee Curtis were trying to kill each other for whatever it is, like 10 Halloween movies. So I don't think there's a yeah, sure, I can hook. After I'm done trying to kill her, maybe I'll set you guys up.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I just don't see it,
I mean,
Joe.
wherever he would be, though, she would be near because he was never given up.
No.
On her.
They lock him up. His house burned down, and
she'd still find her.
Kept coming back, finding a way back to that poor town.
No kidding. And then the number 2 option here on the Boston Pizza text line is involving the magic carpet and how Kirby, obviously the magic carpet was a good choice because you'll never deal with flat tires again. That came up quite a bit.
Honestly, that would be such a relief.
It would be a relief for all of us if she didn't have to worry about a car.
True.
And I would get to work quicker. I wouldn't be late for anything with a magic carpet.
I think you'd still find reasons. With the magic carpet, right? You had to vacuum it real quick, or I don't know.
A lot of people suggested this, too, with the Winnipeg winters and such. Maybe the wind chill would be a bit of a factor with the magic carpet ride. The cloak would seem to be a little bit handier.
Oh, my gosh.
And then the mother-in-law is the Wicked Witch. So this one's great, right? Curbs, my mother-in-law is already the Wicked Witch of the West, laughing at her own messed up sense of humor.
Yeah.
Well... I know what that's like. Oh, Jesus. I think that is quite something.
Oh, man.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Useless with a capital Y.
Oh, so useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
The average worker will spend about 30 minutes a week doing this at work.
Good morning. Do you have a guess for us?
I do not. I'll use a lifeline, please.
Philly or Kirby?
I'll take Philly.
Sports small talk.
My
thing about the Jets is I don't know if they're for real this year. No?
It's a great answer, but no.
Hello, City.
Hi, can I get a lifeline with Kirby, please?
Kirby.
Yeah, I'm going to say in the bathroom.
I know it's in here somewhere. Hold on here. Bathroom breaks, number 4. Yeah, half an hour a week. Remember we used to work with this one dude. I'm not joking. We used to call him the Crusher because he used to come in and use the like it was like so he wouldn't. I'd hate to see what his water bill at home was because it was so low. But yeah,
as soon as he got to work,
he would
first thing
right to the bathroom and spend about 20 minutes in there.
Easy, take the paper, don't, and then you didn't want to go anywhere near that bathroom for like 3 hours.
It needed to be like aerated.
Yeah.
and aerated, Kirby, is something you do in the ground. You mean sprayed?
Aired out. Yeah,
aired out.
Put up the yellow
Listen,
tape.
call one of those landscaping companies. Get the bathroom aerated.
Hello.
You know what I meant.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm going to say Googling, surfing the web.
You know what? Number 5 is online shopping. Believe it or not. Online shopping.
I believe
People
that.
spend 30 minutes a week shopping at work. I love it.
Can you leave me alone, Gail? I'm trying to find a new blouse. Hi, City.
Kirby for a lifeline.
Curbs.
Hold on. She's just working with the English language here. She's got her thesaurus out.
Well, I was in Alberta, okay? So just give me a moment. I'm going to say they spend it swiping on a dating app.
No.
Okay.
No. Nothing now to do with their computer or phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Evanescence tickets on the line this morning. 780 City. Hi there.
Is it making coffee?
Making coffee is number 3, my friend. Number 3.
Okay.
30 minutes a week?
A week is like if you make coffee every day, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, here we have the I don't
Keurig.
drink it, right? But they have the Keurig. You guys actually bring in more than you would use. So I think that's why that's a tricky one, making coffee.
Hello.
Morning.
Billy, can you help me out, please?
30 minutes a week. Is it have anything to do with the kitchen? Is that too much to ask?
Well, this could happen in the kitchen, but probably not.
No.
Probably not in the kitchen. Something to do with like a staff gathering, a staff meeting, a corporate town halls.
Not really. That's not focused enough.
Oh, but in
that direction.
Oh, sorry, man.
Thanks, Billy.
Yep.
No, you tried.
Yeah, I did my best. 780
That's
City.
all you can do, Phil.
Yep. Hi there.
Hi, can I get a lifeline?
Yeah, Philly or Kirby?
Philly.
Last lifeline, I do believe.
So it wasn't focused enough, but it was in the general direction. Birthdays, doing something with there's a cake because it's
No.
Larry's birthday.
No.
Anniversary with the company.
Hell with Larry and his birthday. There's no cake.
Sorry.
No.
You love Larry's birthday every
I
year.
love birthdays. You know that.
780 City. Hi there.
Hi there.
You have a guess for us?
I do. Speaking with coworkers, just
It's speaking, but it's not with co-workers, okay? It's speaking with someone, but it's not co-workers. So now we're leaning closer down to the correct tunnel.
Speaking, not with coworkers.
It's one of your favorite things to do, Phil Aubrey.
Oh, now we know. Now we know what it is. Hi, City.
I don't suppose there's any more lifeline?
No, unfortunately.
But we're so close.
Joe kind of gave it away.
I know. It's not speaking with.
You want to turn the radio down a touch there, please?
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's okay.
Happens all the time, yep.
Talking with your spouse?
Oh, on the phone.
Not your spouse. It's talking with someone, but not your spouse. 30 minutes a week at work.
Did it happen yesterday after we were done
It
the show?
certainly did happen.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is it talking with your boss?
Yeah, believe it or not, the average worker, isn't that a surprise? Spending 30 minutes a week talking to their boss. Now, it depends on what your job is, of course, right? And the number 2 answer, by the way, was actually just hanging outside of the workplace. It could be like on a smoke break for some people, or vaping, or just taken that coffee break outside of the room, right? But,
and for the record, Iron Mike, I know he doesn't miss a second of this show. I don't mind talking to you. Okay,
No.
I really don't. It's just the staff meeting setting sometimes doesn't get along
Phil,
with me.
just take the listener
but
info.
I don't.
We got a winner here.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
All right, mics go on. Sorry, you two were having a conversation off air. I should have warned you.
It's okay.
Sometimes I fire.
Well, let me tell you how the conversation started. Hey, Joe.
Oh, that's where you run.
What do you think of my lips? And I go,
Why did I even ask?
well, you know better. I told you months and months and months ago, you're too young to start getting lip injections. You don't even have a wrinkle on your lip, and now it looks like you got a matchstick.
You got to repeat the actual line that you.
Yeah, that was a little harsh.
Okay, now I'm prepared.
You look like a fish. I can talk with you like that because
I know.
You asked and you knew what the answer was going to be, because I've never been a fan of that, especially because you're young looking. You don't need that. You have no wrinkles to worry about. Why would you puff out your lips for no reason?
Because I like the pouty look.
I'm ready to come in the middle here if this gets too intense.
That's not a pouty look. It looks like you just went through like a surgery or a procedure and your lips are just puffed out.
It is?
Yeah, like sooner or later.
Phil,
Yeah.
you don't even have
It
any
looks
lips.
like you just had a root canal done.
I don't have lips.
He's got the beard.
Well, you can't see them. That's the problem. Yeah.
You can't see them. I want pouty lips.
Do you?
Is it a good look for a guy?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think it's necessarily a good look for a girl in this case. And but hey, it's you. You got to
No,
do what
it's
you got to
okay.
do. You decided to do it before you went on a trip, and now you're going on another trip. And I don't know. Like
I just needed a little pick me up, you know?
You did it. So that made you said it off air.
Yeah.
So to be fair, you said that made you feel good.
I do feel
like getting
pretty
a
good.
getting a haircut, right?
But it doesn't
feel
look
good.
natural. What makes you feel good about not looking natural?
I mean, do the lashes I wear look natural? Does my hair look natural?
Why am I having this conversation? Really? Why? How did I get myself into this?
You know, because
didn't.
I asked.
You did.
I
You did.
asked.
You did.
That's why.
Yeah, you knew what was coming. You knew what was coming.
Kirby,
you said to him, what do you think? And you knew he was going to
You
get
know,
on you.
It's
about
because
it.
I care about you, and I just don't think you need to do that.
It
That's
was
all.
the first thing that my ex-husband said when he picked me up from the airport. What the hell happened to your lips?
So you needed Joe to do it too.
Well, I just think, he gives me a hard time when I do anything to my appearance.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised he hasn't mentioned
Well,
the
no,
spray
wait
tan
a
today.
second. That's not fair when you do something to your appearance.
involving injections.
Yes, because I don't think you need them. If you had your hair done, I would say, hey,
Yeah.
Kirby, your hair looks great. That's different.
But anytime it involves a needle in my face, he's always like,
Well, especially when it makes you look different. And not necessarily better, I don't think.
okay,
Can you breathe underwater when you get that done? That's what Joe
Phil?
wants to. Sorry, I don't usually get involved.
You
So
know-
I should have stayed outside of this.
You see, yeah, I don't
Mwah, there you go.
I'm glad. Just make sure it's always Joe you go to on this
Yes,
stuff.
Joe is the go-to. Yeah.
For more Philly Joe and Kirby, lock it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.